Frederico.
Marco, my friend.
How are you? Welcome.
How you doing,
Come on in.
brother?
How you doing? Please, come on in.
You first.
Come on. Please, step into the main parlor.
Thank you.
Welcome to Francis Ford Coppola's house in New Orleans. It's one of the only 3 left in the French Quarter of its original interior.
Beautiful.
By the way, Federico, that's my friend Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Great artist,
Nice to meet you, sir.
great paintings, fantastic guy for art.
Thank you, Marco.
This is Mr. Coppola's home, man. The majority of the furniture that you see here has been in the movies, like The Godfather, you know.
So
Tucker.
those couches have been the Godfather.
This furniture right here. These are new, but that's originally from some of his work that he's done.
Beautiful. One of my favorite movies, by the way, of all
Yeah.
time.
Well, welcome to this home. This
Wow.
home was built in the 1800s. You know, he bought it in the mid-90s, 1994, I believe. He bought it, and he's loved it ever since. And,
Incredible, man.
you know, and I take a great deal of pride in managing it and making sure that it stays.
He's in good hands.
I hope so. I hope so.
He knows how to cast
Yeah.
people, right?
Yeah, he does.
Right?
He does. He does know how to catch people. And this is the main parlor. We call this the main parlor. So out of the 3 different apartments and the 4 additional rooms that are here, people that want to come stay in a home, this is where they come. And this is where everybody congregates and socializes and meets. And
You mean the family?
the family, or if he's got friends that come and stay, a lot of actors that come here and stay, and they have their friends. This is where everybody congregates.
Does he play piano?
Does he play piano?
No. Oh.
I never heard him play piano before, but
Surprised.
this is his pride and joy. This is a baby grand piano that he bought in 1984, I believe. You know, it's his pride and joy. Whenever there's a storm here, if it floods, he makes sure that this was above ground. You know, so yeah. Let me show you the rest of the house. I'll show you the patio here. Very unique. This is
Look at that tree.
this tree was planted by Mr. Coppola.
Really?
It was planted by Mr. Coppola in the 90s when he bought this property. Now it's about 100 feet tall.
What kind of?
This is a cypress tree. It's the only tree in nature that the Formosa termite does not eat.
Wow. Is that why he planted it?
No, I think he just liked the looks more than anything else. You know, most of this that you see here is his ideas.
Beautiful.
So yeah, he's taking a great deal of pride in taking care of
And
it.
this area, it's like a actually a kitchen, yeah.
Well, the house is divided into 3 different apartments. This particular side of the house in the rear is what they used to call the old slave quarters. In the old slave quarters in the days, the kitchen was separate from the main home.
Why?
Well, in case it caught fire,
Got
the
it.
main home would never.
Smart.
Yeah, and that's the way they did it.
Was it ever caught on fire?
No, not this home. No, not this home.
This
And-
kitchen is very cool, man.
And then, yeah, let me show you this apartment. This apartment here is Mr. Coppola's apartment. Whenever he comes, this is the apartment where he stays. You know, as you can see, he loves his cooking, so he's gonna have top-notch stove for that.
Beautiful.
He does his own pasta, his own sauce, his own wine, of course,
Absolutely.
things like that.
What a cool place.
You know, the original of this particular part of the house, the kitchen was down here. And then the slaves would live on the 2nd and 3rd floor of this building. But over the years, Mr. Coppola, when he bought this property, he converted the downstairs into his private little apartment. So whenever he comes into town, this is where he stays.
Beautiful. The energy here is so
Yeah,
Right.
and there's nothing negative about it either.
very positive.
Let me show you the rest of the apartment. So this little area here it's his little nook where he likes to hide all his wine.
There you go.
You know, whatever
The
he's
good
got, he
stuff,
likes to
right?
put it here. Yeah. Oh yeah. And of course here is where he stays.
Wow.
You know, you sit here, open the windows, open the doors, do a little thinking, a little writing.
What a beautiful desk. Look
Yeah.
at the pieces.
Oh yeah.
The
And a
foam.
lot of this furniture is his hand selection of things.
Beautiful.
This
man.
is
Look at
what-
everything. The foam, the radio, the typewriter.
Yeah. I try to keep it to where the way he left it when he was last here.
Nice.
Because when he comes back, I want him to see that okay, it's still there.
Very nice.
You know, and It's a beautiful place, you know, and of course, you're gonna see a lot of the Spirit of Tropez. That's one of his companies. He's got a great restaurant in San Francisco called Tropez.
Oh,
It's
that's
very, very good restaurant. Incredible food.
So let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah, let me show you the rest of it.
Beautiful, man. What a incredible experience to be here. And how long have you opened the artist retreat?
Artist Retreat has been open, I would say, a little over 4 months. 4 months. This is under experimental right now. But
And what's your goal?
my goal is to really convert this into an artist retreat. People that are artists, whether they're painters, actors, writers, directors, whatever art they're into, I want them to have a place, well, Mr. Coppola wants them to have a place that they can think about whatever their soul feels, and to relax, to just be themselves. That's the idea behind what he wants to convert this place into.
I'll tell you what, like I don't want to leave this place. I don't want
It captures your soul. It
Well,
captures your soul.
show me upstairs.
Please. Let's go this way over here. Go to the second floor over here, show you the governor's suite.
Does the governor's suite have a different name also?
We call it the governor's suite because it's on Governor Nichols.
There you go.
So it's one of the biggest of the apartments that are in part of this building.
There you go. I was told also that it was also nicknamed after a Japanese director.
Akira Kurosawa.
Yeah.
Friends with Mr. Coppola.
Wow.
This is, as you can see, the furniture, antique, beautiful, hand-picked, you know. Nothing in this building has been changed. It's been as original as it could possibly be from, we're talking about late 1800s.
Wow.
You know, the good thing about this apartment, it has its own kitchen, its own dining room. And of course, like in the old days, they used to call them shotgun homes. Everything you see through the whole house, like a shotgun. You know, the kitchen, the living room, the dining room.
Do you know why they did that? Marco?
I do know.
Why?
Because in the old days, when a young man would come and court the daughters, the father could sit in the kitchen leaning a shotgun while he's watching them. So they call shotgun homes.
Great piece of history lesson there.
And did you know, and another piece of history, some of the beds, antique beds, were designed to where if you had a guest come and stay in your home and they welcomed their stay, all you had to do is remove one of the corner posts. That way, when that guest would come in and he sees that that's gone, it is a polite way of saying, you welcome your stay.
Wow.
Time for you to move on.
Wow.
That's why these were removable. A lot of rice post beds, you always see the little walnut. They can remove that. And that way, when the guests would come in, they see it's gone. Thank you for letting me stay.
Time to go.
Hopefully I get to see you soon again. And they move on. It was just a polite way of doing it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very classy.
And this is the living room. Most of the furniture you see here is Asian oriented.
Mm-hmm.
And that's due for respect for Mr. Kurosawa.
Wow.
Who in this picture is friends with Francis Ford Coppola.
Look at this.
And Mr. Kurosawa has become an artist, and that is one of his paintings that was given to him as a gift.
Wow. Look at this. Incredible, man. And then that door leads to?
This is a balcony. This balcony, you can hear everything that goes on in the city.
What is that in that corner?
That is a ghost tour. The ghost tours, there's quite a few of them here. You know, the corner property that's over there, the great building, that's the Lalaurie Mansion. That building has become popular because the Duchess Lalaurie, she was known for torturing her slaves. And one of the slaves that were chained up to the kitchen set the place on fire. When the firemen came, they saw that there were a lot of slaves that were tortured, skinned, and mutilated. And the slaves told her the fire department and told the police, look, she's buried some of the dead slaves in the courtyard.
Wow.
So everybody thinks that place is haunted.
Is it?
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen anything.
Show me the third floor now. I'm curious.
Sure.
What an incredible piece of history here, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Such a joy, you know, to see what you guys are doing. You're very lucky.
This is a lot of heart and soul into it, that's for sure.
It shows. And now what do we have on the third floor?
On the third floor, you have what we call the vampire room. We converted it into a vampire room because of Bram Stoker's Dracula.
There you go.
I figure, and the city of New Orleans, the people here in New Orleans and tourists that come here, they love the whole thing of stories of vampires and things like that. In the old days, this third floor was a storage attic. Not only that, but the city of New Orleans has a particular romance with vampires. You know,
What a beautiful.
historically, in the old days, they used to think that everybody was a vampire. But yes, this is one of those things that, you know, the artwork, the handpicking of everything, the antique furniture, the antique chairs. As a matter of fact, that set of chairs were there. Those were in the movie Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Was it?
Yes.
Wow.
The red velvet, the look, all that stuff. It's stuff that Mr. Coppola, as a director, he has this tendency to really immerse himself in the movie to the point to where every little piece of it has a particular meaning for him. So he still likes to keep that as part of his memoirs.
What a beautiful room, man.
And this poster here is from the Dracula red carpet premiere in Japan.
Beautiful. Wow.
Incredible artwork. The way they portray it is to me is fantastic.
Beautiful.
And that big frame that you see right there, that's I couldn't get it out the room because it's so big. That is the posters to Apocalypse Now, the Japanese red carpet premiere for Apocalypse Now.
Can we see it?
Yeah. So this. Wow. So there's two posters and they were put together up here. And I don't want to damage the frame or anything like that. So I'm going to have a professional come and reframe them for me and we're going to put it downstairs.
It's gorgeous, man.
It is. They're one of a kind.
I think that belongs in my living room.
Is that what you think? Well, you know what? I could make a phone call, see how much he's gonna charge you.
Well, I hope I can afford it. Wow. Marco, my man. Thank you, man.
I hope you enjoy it.
Dude, you're the man.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Anytime, man. Anytime. Anytime you want to come, please just let me know. We'll make arrangements for you.
Thank you, man. Guys, I'm Frederico Lapenda, and I'm here in New Orleans with my man Marco, who runs the club, Artist Retreat. You gotta come and check it out.